I bet we've eaten everything on the pig, from the rooter to the tutor.
The whole pig, huh?
You didn't marry me for my cooking.
You got that right, baby. That's why we got little Junior over there. Bang, 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 bang.
Daddy, please. Must you embarrass me in front of my friends on every possible occasion?
Let's look at love avoidance. These people tend to be emotionally unavailable and distant from their partners when they come too close. They have a great fear of intimacy, and as a result, they evade it at all costs. But fueling that fear of intimacy is a fear of rejection and abandonment. This is Community Activate Mental Cinemas. Welcome. In this series, we're going to attempt to match fictional characters with very real mental conditions. The mission is not to exploit the afflicted, but to bring a level of awareness, understanding, and compassion, and to open a conversation on Black mental health in our communities. In this episode, we're looking at Love Avoidance and Eddie Murphy's character Marcus in the 1992 film Boomerang.
Check it. It's like Jet Magazine. What's up?
Here are 5 signs Marcus was a love avoidant. He feared intimacy.
I pulled the covers back.
Yeah.
It was hammer time. I should have known something was up. I seen the shoes had little bumps on the top of the shoes when I met her, but I thought maybe it was an old shoe or something. And you would never, ever think a woman that fine would have hammer time in her shoe.
Come on, man. You don't feed. Damn. I hope I'm not out of line here, man, but don't you think like you're just a little bit too picky? Yeah, right.
So Marcus's first line of defense is unrealistic expectations. If you don't let anybody get too close to you, then you don't have to worry about anybody hurting you. And this is on a subconscious level, so it really doesn't have anything to do with her feet so much. I mean, unless he's a foot person, I guess. He quickly lost interest.
I am Mr. Romance when I meet a woman, and then once I hit it, I lose interest, but that ain't my fault.
Sex is probably the most intimate thing that you can do with another person, and that probably scares Marcus to death. So once he has sex with somebody, he starts to search for reasons why this person is not right for him. It makes sense to him, but his boys are looking at him like, dude, what's wrong with you? He used distancing to avoid getting close.
Look at you. God, Marcus. You have yourself all upset and worked up over nothing.
Well, nothing. That's what sex is to you, nothing, huh? What happened to caring and sharing and commitment? I know it sounds a little old-fashioned, but some people still think things like that are important. And you've made it painfully obvious that you're not one of them people.
So check this. Marcus, he's the ultimate playboy, right? He understands women. He pays attention. So he should know how to handle this situation. But he really likes her, and he's getting scared. So subconsciously, what does he do? He throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing by acting desperate. He was a sex addict.
Okay, tell me this, man. Why Angela? What, she has nice feet?
Oh, it has nothing to do with her feet or anything like that, man. I care about this
Man,
girl.
you don't care about nobody but yourself, man.
The majority of Marcus's problems, they revolved around sex. It put his friendships at risk. It put his job at risk. He put a lot of things at risk, but he continued to sleep around. If he wasn't sleeping around with so many different women, he'd have probably been better off. He lacked empathy.
You don't love me, you don't love Jacqueline, you only love your damn self.
How could you say I never cared about you? You know, Jacqueline says that I'm a better person now, and I know I owe that all to you.
Well, he deserved that. If you're gonna get back with your ex, there's more tactful ways of doing it than just rubbing it in her face like that. This is a complete lack of empathy. And don't forget, he basically stole her from his best friend. They both called him out on his selfishness. Love avoidance can be caused by childhood trauma.
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
A scared little boy named Marcus. And he's just dying to come out. He's been hurt too, hasn't he? Tell me about him. Tell me all about Marcus.
Layla Rashad's character, she's a bit of an airhead, but she asks him about his childhood, and instead of just coming clean about his childhood, he comes up with this fantastical story, and it's clearly not the truth, but I believe he's hiding something in his childhood that really happened. Complications of being a love avoidant include some of the following: relationship difficulties, anxiety, loneliness, and depression. They say avoidance is a short-term strategy to escape conflict, but a long-term strategy to ensure suffering. I believe it's best to deal with the conflict, learn from it, and move on. After all, you can't find peace by avoiding life. So, what do you think? Was Marcus love avoidant, or just a playboy who met his match? Let me know in the comments below. Diagnose Marcus. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe for more like it. We'll be posting a new one every Sunday evening. Thanks for watching. This is Kino from Community Activate Mental Cinemas. Be well.